and welcome to the daily newscast within the United Countries special by the First Ukraine. You can find us at the frequencies available at our website firstua.com. Victoria Zabian is working for you in the studio. Thank you for joining us. Russia continues to support terrorists, National Security Council says. Two columns of Russian military equipment had passed the checkpoint in Varina. There are 40 trucks escorted by 2 armored vehicles. The majority of trucks are tended Kamaz. 7 vehicles transported soldiers and more than 20 transported artillery systems. Besides, through the checkpoint Dovzhansky, more than 10 military vehicles had been passed. In National Security and Defense Council say that there is a threat of encircling of Ukrainian units under Debaltseve. More details about the events in the ATO zone from our journalist next.
Such a view has the way to Donetsk airport. On this street, almost no one lives. Houses are broken with shells. And this is airport. Ukrainian military last day were fired from artillery and small arms, say in the Security Council. Soldiers say they are terrorists armed. It is for this tower worked howitzer 120th. The militants do not stop firing Donetsk. On the video, another heated homes in the private sector. Local residents say they're at home when they first started. I don't know how I stayed alive here. I was in bed, then a brick or something like that fall. My husband touched me. I say, wait, I will get up. There is all in blood. That husband was lying, and I made sandwiches there on the table. This video from Marinka of Donetsk region. Some buildings without windows, roofs and smashed with shells. In the garden are funnel. Locals say there were several suicides. What a life! 4 people hunt the same age as I. Half kilometer from us begins Donetsk line. That is working mine. Who is standing here? Donetsk People Republic. It is blowing constantly. In addition, the last day from heavy artillery and grad terrorists fired position of airtow nearby towns Troitske, Pravdivka, Novokalinovo, Shyastia, Tonenke, Verkhnyo-Troitska. With mortar rounds and small arms were beaten near the villages Pisky, Opitne, Slavna, Stanitsa Luhanska, Verkhova. About 10 times bombed Krymske and Trokh-Izbenka. On this video, the checkpoint of Ukrainian military near Krasnohorivka, concrete blocks and crouch hedgehogs. It's all things in order enemy not break through. ATO soldiers examine every car. During the last day in the ATO area were killed 2 Ukrainian soldiers and 2 were wounded. Volodymyr Karaban, First Ukraine.
1 month for renewing of social payments. Ministry of Social Policy recalls to displaced people that for getting pensions and other social payments, they have to be registered till the end of the year. Residents of occupied Donbass should be registered on the territory that is under the control of Ukraine. If displaced person is not registered, financial aid will be confirmed for him, but he will be able to get it only when the territories will be liberated. In Severodonetsk, which was liberated from terrorists, people stand in line since the morning to get their payments. They say they overcome 100 kilometers to city and dozens of checkpoints.
They can only register it if they would have a certificate about taking temporary registration from Department of Labor and Social Welfare. And this certificate is given in accordance with the decision of 1st October number 509. Son disabled from childhood of first group. My wife died of 3.5 years ago, so I have pension. But what about he? He doesn't want it?
The settlers from Donbass are storming institutions of social protection. In Sochenkivsky district of capital, near 1,000 people per day stay in line for help. Such rush takes place because, according to the government decree, a document will be given until the 1st of December.
These are corridors of Shevchenkivsky Department of Social Defense in Kiev City. Such a quiz stays here for the last 2 weeks. The settlers started to register their positions to receive money from government. I'm sitting here for a whole day to receive the help due to my settlement. It is sad that it should be done before the 1st of December because the red trees will not receive their red tree money and so on. To receive the help, people are standing for hours in the cabinet. They are accepted only by their lists. List 1,318 and they are 19 and 20, therefore now. The workers argue that they are not ready for such amount of people. They have to work for 12 hours. We accepted 250,000 and 3,000 people per day. Today are working 7 operators who work with information. All the structures, even the bookkeeping department, are involved in this work. To turn for documents, settlers have to do it personally. What a proxy! Stay, who said that? That is what I'm saying. That is no proxy because this person is searching for a job in Nikolaev and Odessa. Miss, we'll talk to you later because not we'll talk to us. We're gonna talk to you. Also, you should live on the territory that it is under the control of terrorists. Such a condition has stated the government. Everyone who wants to receive a financial aid are examined accurately. They are registering in the morning and in the evening they leave. There are cases when people say that they are living in an appropriate place, but due to the check-in day, they are already not there. This is fixed and the aid is stopped. For half a year in the Capital Services of Social Defense, more than 60,000 people have been put in the settlers list from the east. 20,000 ones have already been registered this week. Natalka Kalinka, Vadim Timofeyev, Alexandra Varakuta, First Ukraine.
23 candidates for position in new government. The list of ministers was presented by the initiative of the first professional government for reforms. Candidates for ministries' seats were nominated by more than 40 experts organizations. They are organizations of workers of Ukraine, of Ukrainian alumni of foreign universities, alumni of Aspen Ukraine, Civil Platform New Country, and so on. They proposed 150 candidates. Every candidate was considered from the point of view of professional experience and reform program which is suggested by him. According to words of co-coordinator of the program Andriy Dligach, there was no candidate for position of the prime minister. The list was passed to political parties which will form new government.
We have received appreciation, political parties are ready for dialogue and the dialogue is still going on. We expect in the next few days for reaction on the proposed list and on the proposed procedure for open staff competition.
Ukraine wants to activate the cooperation in security sphere with USA and NATO. President of Ukraine Petro Poroshenko suggested to America to exchange with military experience. He sounded this during the meeting with Supreme Allied Commander Europe of NATO Philip Bridlov. According to his words, Ukraine will be able to stop the tragedy in Donbass only with strong professional army.
We really count on you. We really are ready and open for the cooperation, because all Ukrainian people understand we here fighting not only for the Ukrainian independence, not only for the Ukrainian sovereignty and territorial integrity. We're fighting here for the European freedom, for European democracy.
I think, frankly, Mr. Putin was surprised, and your forces have done very, very well. I am pleased to be here in both of my capacities, in a U.S. capacity and a NATO capacity.
Monument for killed defender of Maidan, citizen of Belarus, Mikhailo Zhizhnevsky, had appeared in Ukrainian capital. Mr. Zhizhnevsky was killed on 22nd of January 2014 during the confrontations on Grushevskoye Street. Monument was opened not far from the place where he was shot. Parents of activists came to the ceremony. They expressed their disturbance to journalists that their son was not admitted officially as a hero of Ukraine.
It appears that Misha was hero. The ballot not decide who should be killed. President said that all from heaven hunted will be nominated. Now, as I can see, they are trained avoid nomination. Our lawyers wrote statement from us today at the conference. Today this statement will be reported. We will ask that changes in letter of law be implemented to assign a hero not only for Misha and for other two boys from Georgia.
Let me recall, on 21st of November, on the first anniversary of Euromaidan, President of Ukraine Petro Poroshenko had awarded posthumously activists with the title of Hero of Ukraine. Head of the state has done it after appliance of relatives of dead activists to him with questions of clarifications. But names of Mikhailo Zhizhnevsky and also citizens of Georgia, Zurab Hurtia and David Kipiani were not in the list. There is a written in the law that this title could be provided for citizens of Ukraine only. And the main Christmas tree of the country has been selected. Organizers of Capital New Year celebrations went to Ivano-Frankivsk to find an appropriate Christmas tree. The tree symbol of New Year was seen by our correspondents.
High green plots of species white fir. Trellises that will soon become a major Christmas adornment of the country. 24 meters height. The thickness of trunk is 40 centimeters. Her age is more than 8 years. They are operating forests for the purpose of harvesting of timber. This was entered at the time of ripeness and must be cut. It can be used as a timber and it for the trees, it for Ukraine, and I think it cannot be sorry. White fir is widespread in the region of Carpathians. Unlike simple tree, which is known by its own eventful color and fullness, but its branches don't crumble for a long time. Igor Dobrutsky measures the tree trunk and said, for our stand, it's important to know the length in a circle. Here is 1.70 meters. This year, the tree will stand in the Sofievska Square. The tree will be decorated by thousands of toys and little lamps. Precisely the idea is the peace birds, these white doves and coziness at home. That's why the toys are the lodges. The children was doing from all the country. That's why I have a hope that it will be the best natural tree not only for people from Kiev, but also for the visitors of the capital. The tree will be cut in the beginning of December, then it will be taken up in Kiev. The organizers of the holiday hope that it will last no longer than a year. On arrival, it will be installed straight away on the Sofievska Square. Ilariona Ivanenko, Serhiy Popovich, Dasha Mizintsev, First Ukraine.
It was the United Country newscast by the First Ukraine. You can find more details at our website, firstua.com. Victoria Zabian was working for you in the studio. We wish you all only good news. Take care and goodbye.